Welcome to Hustlers at Home, Rebecca. Thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
So the first real question, how are you? How's Sunny? What's going on? What's newly developing? What's the new tea with RK?
Oh, we're actually in really high spirits over here. I feel like we're holding down the ray of sunshine for the whole neighborhood. I feel like I wake up every day and I'm like, all right, this is a new day. What am I tackling? Try to stay positive and not like start backwards and having to crawl my way out of it. I just want to start at the top. So yeah, we're doing good. I feel like we're getting closer than ever. She's probably ready for me to leave.
I've been seeing these memes of like dogs being like, the owner is here all the time. It must like I must have done something right. When are they leaving? Yes, Sunny's probably very confused. Speaking of Sunny, who is Sunny's human spirit? Who's spirit human?
Me, 100%, a thousand percent me. I'm like, wow, we just
we're the same.
Yeah, it's very. I'm like, she is, extremely curious and very, socially outgoing. But when she comes inside at home, she's just like, let's sleep, let's do nothing. I'm like, I
feel you. Okay, so that thing about dogs like being like their owners is legit.
Yeah, case 100% accurate. Yeah.
So for those of you who might just be getting to know Rebecca, she is a master instructor at Tread and just a woman of all trades. In a past life, you were actually an NFL cheerleader. Can you tell us about that?
Oh my God. Yeah, it does feel like another lifetime ago. So I'm from Boston and I, grew up obviously like when you're born in Massachusetts, you're like immediately out of the womb as a Red Sox, Celtics, Bruins, Patriots fan.
Yeah.
So, it was no brainer. I'm like, okay, I'm a dancer. I was a cheerleader in high school. Like I 100% need to, it was like on my bucket list of things to do. I'm not going to lie. The first time I auditioned, I was in college and I didn't make it. I was like, yeah, it was devastating. And I was like, oh my God, I never wanted anything more. But you know what? It was such a great learning experience because I look back on that and regardless of how much I wanted it, I wasn't prepared. I didn't do my homework. And so the second time that I went back, I chopped off my hair up to here.
And I've seen those pictures. I've seen those pictures.
Yeah. I was like, I'm going all out. I'm standing out. I was the first one in the parking lot at 6 a.m. The audition wasn't until 9. And I didn't have a car because I was living in New York City. So my mom just dropped me off and it was in March in Foxborough, Massachusetts. I was freezing to death. And this girl was like, hey, do you want to come sit in my car? And that girl became one of my very great friends.
Aww.
She and I made the team that year. So it was really cool. But I was happy with the, it was humbling and it was really cool because dancing in front of 80,000 people is a feeling that you'll never forget. Also, when you have that affinity and like connection to the team that you're doing it for on grounds that you respect because you looked up to it so much, it just felt like it can't get any better than this right now. A little did I know what my life would look like, but at the time it was unreal.
But such an important lesson in failure being just a stepping stone.
100%.
Right? And now you can draw on that. That's amazing. So if that's a failure that ended up serving you, do you have a failure that do you have another failure that you could talk about that you've learned from?
I don't know so much if it's a failure, but I think it's just maybe learning to go with your gut. Like, for example, I went into college my freshman year so gung-ho about going pre-law. And I worked the last 2 years of high school. I worked at an attorney's office. I was just like, really wanted to absorb myself in that entire industry and field. And when I got there was a part of me that was like, you're not being authentic. You're not being true to like what really you truly want. And so it was sad to go back to my parents, and, you know, tell my friends and family that I was like, yeah, I don't want to go to school for this anymore. I want to go for dance. And they were like,
that's a pivot. That's
yeah.
like a pivot from like a dance movie. Like that's like what is it? Like, oh God,
Honey.
what is the iconic one where with Jenna Dewan and Channing Tatum, and I was like obsessed with their love story. Step Up. I mean, I love and I even like the sequels of that movie. You were basically like living Step Up. Like, I will not go to law school. I will be a dancer. I love this. So what was it really like?
I mean, college was not like Step Up. It was really cool. I mean, honestly, the workload was insane because as a dancer, you're taking 6 core dance classes a week, on top of your 6 academic classes a week. I was a major and I had a business minor. And a lot of the dance classes were also academic. So I was between 10 to 12 classes a semester. And I was putting myself through college. So I was working in addition to that. And you had rehearsals for dance companies that you were in and every other class that you were preparing for. It was just a full blown, like, immersive experience where you're just never not living, eating, sleeping, breathing dance. Also the anatomy and physiology and kinesiology and pedagogy. And like, it's so incredible. There were no dance battles. There were that's all.
So you didn't go down like a dark alley and like all of a sudden have music playing in the background and you're wearing dope clothes and it's just like pop, pop, pop. Like that's what I envisioned.
And my boardroom looks like that 100%. Yes, you better believe it. Honey was like my favorite dance movie.
Oh, there's so many.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We should have, in celebration of like all your hard work and all the dance cardio instructors' hard work, we should have a dance movie marathon when we're all allowed to be in one room.
Post all of this. Let's get it together. Dance it up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So who's your biggest inspiration? Who was your biggest, this is a very specific inspiration. Who or what was your inspiration to leave dance and pursue what you have, you know, in your life now professionally?
I had a mentor. Okay. So I moved to New York a week after college, and I was like broke like every other person that moves here. And I was like trying to have a gym membership so that I could stay fit and keep dancing. And so I asked the director of fitness of this gym to be his assistant, whatever that meant. He was like, yeah, sure. So at first he had me doing like all the bookkeeping work, and it wasn't short after that. He was like, yeah, that's not your skill set. I think you should become a teacher.
Wow.
He
saw greatness in you didn't even see.
Yeah, because he always saw me taking his classes in the studio. Like when I used to work out before I knew how to like train, I would just do my dance and gymnastic style of conditioning. So he would watch me be like, why aren't you doing this for a living? Like, this is very much in your wheelhouse. So yeah, I went out and got certified, and then he was just, I remember the day I got certified, I called him up and I was like, Blake, look what I got. I showed him my paper. He's like, cool. Oh, you're on the schedule next week. And I was like,
that was it. You were like diving in.
Yeah, I was so nervous. I mean, this was also back in 2008 before any boutique fitness studio existed, and you couldn't just YouTube or go on Instagram. Like, I don't even know if Instagram was, maybe it was just starting. It's just like the landscape of fitness looks so different back then. So I didn't feel like I could go on and learn from anybody. I was just we were creating the blueprint back then. And if you ask anyone, God forbid, what my classes were like in 2008 versus now.
I mean, I think I'm glad we have RK 2.0 or 4.0 or whatever version it is of RK. I love it.
Yep.
So speaking of, you know, the iterations of, or the many hats we wear, I know you're a big foodie. What would be your last meal?
Oh, Robin. Oh, that's a serious question.
Came with the heavy questions.
Okay. I know this is so hard. Okay. So 2 came to mind. And I'm going to make it into one meal because they're both Italian, but one is my grandmother's homemade meatballs and sauce. It's just like next level. And I've made it a million times, but they never taste the same because I think it's like the secret ingredient of love.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Like recreating grandmother's recipes, it's like, we can try, but it's just not the same thing.
Yeah, man. That's one day. And then there's one time I was traveling over in Sicily, and I went to this restaurant. I was staying in this like incredible hotel. You know, when you're just like, I just want to go where the locals go. Like I don't want to go to the Michelin star. I don't want to go to anything like that. I want like local grassroots. And so I asked like one of the guys who was working there, and he's like, yeah, you should go walk down this way. And there's this family that's been operating this little restaurant on the beach for centuries, for generations.
Since the olden times. Although that is what it feels like in Italy. Like you walk around Europe, you're like, I just discovered this most magical food.
Yeah, listen, everything is better there just because of the landscape. But they literally go fishing every day, and then whatever they bring back is what's on the menu. And they have this seafood bruschetta, and it's absolutely incredible. I've tried to recreate the broth and everything they put into it, and so I've made it for myself a million times, but I would travel across the country, across the ocean to just have this meal. I think everybody should try it. It is phenomenal.
Where in Italy?
In Sicily.
In Sicily. Okay. So on the bucket list, it's find the little Sicilian place on the beach.
Yeah.
If you can find it, then you earned the meal.
Yeah, it's part of the Amazing Race.
Exactly. It's Rebecca's version of the foodie Amazing Race. So another thing I know you love.
Yeah.
Planks.
Oh my
God.
God.
We're about to get into a rapid fire plank challenge where you are going to answer as many questions as you can in 1 minute while in your plank of choice.
Oh my God.
And if people don't know, this is like a karmic return because Rebecca has put all of us through, probably hundreds of hours of core work at Peloton. So here we go.
Yes, you're right, Robin. I'm waiting for it. Oh my gosh.
Multiple instructors who have interviewed have mentioned specifically your classes as preparation for the rapid fire plank challenge.
Honestly, that's what I can get people ready for. I'm here. Okay.
We're training for life. Here we go. 1 minute. You're going to answer as many questions as you can. Rapid fire. 3, 2, 1. Three qualities most important to you in a life partner.
Ambitious, caring, and funny.
Cutest pillow pup.
Sunny.
If you had dinner with anyone dead or alive tonight, who would it be?
The Rock.
Ooh, good one. What languages do you speak?
Little bit of Spanish and English.
Last one pizza topping for the rest of your life. What would it be?
Pepperoni.
What topic could you spend hours talking about?
Dance.
What would your Real Housewives tagline be?
Hot dang.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
Oh my God, I wanted to be a fashion designer, an architect, a teacher, and Gilad.
One color for the rest of your life wearing it, what would it be?
Blue.
Favorite holiday tradition?
Christmas stockings. I love those.
And good. Oh my God, amazing. All right, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's amazing. That's really, really, really good. Right now you're in the top. So 12 was the most.
Wow.
You're the second.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, I think that plank should always come with rapid fire questions from now on. That went by so fast.
Exactly. It goes by a lot faster when your brain is like, wait, what? What's happening? So now you get to put the host in the hot seat. Is there a question you want to ask me?
Yes. Okay. I want to know, what is one thing that you do every day that would be unassuming to most people?
Like surprise, like something that people might not know.
Yes.
Okay, I'll share something that I've never shared publicly. So every morning, so my husband always wakes up, Drew always wakes up before me, and he's like futzing around in the kitchen. And every single morning, I like do a funny dance like into the kitchen. It's like a hello, and it's always like this goofy, funny, and I'm like, well, what's up, baby? And he's just like, hi. Like it's just so every morning I like do a funny dance into the kitchen to say good morning to him. So that's like a good morning funny dance wake up, like singing a cappella at the top of my lungs.
It feels like the only way to do it. Yeah.
It's the only way to wake up.
The Arzón wake up dance.
Oh my gosh. So where can people find Rebecca?
You can find me on Instagram. I'm at RKSolidNYC. Oh gosh, I'm on Twitter the same way. And on Peloton, my Facebook page is Rebecca Kennedy /Peloton.
What's the first class people should take with you if they've never taken an RK class?
If they've never taken one, okay, I'll ease you guys into it with a 10-minute core class. You can have, there's sister workouts either from March 1st or March 11th. And it doesn't matter which one you do first. You can do either or, but I think you should take them in tandem. Not on the yes.
We got a specific prescription from Dr. RK Solid. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining Hustlers at Home. Which one?
Plank workouts.
I've heard about, which is the workout where you do like a ridiculous, like 1,000 minutes of plank? Like which one is that?
That is the 3-1. That's from March 1st.
March 1st. Okay. I still have yet to take that one. So I pledge, I vow in solidarity with our audience that I will take the March 1st core one, because it's like plank crazy.
You heard it here first.
Thank you for joining Hustlers at Home, Rebecca. I'm sending you love. I cannot wait until I can give you like a proper hug and high five and all of that in person. I miss you, and I look forward to seeing you in person soon. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, thanks for having me today. This was so much fun.